You're listening to Short Inspirations from Ralph. Easter, the turning point of history, Part 1. I say this because the resurrection of Jesus Christ changes everything. Death, that final frontier, has been conquered, and because that's happened, everything else is affected and changes. You see, where there has been no hope now and beyond the grave, it's been replaced with a wonderful, glorious future of abundant life forevermore. Peter exclaims in 1 Peter 1:3, "What a God we have, and how fortunate we are to have this Father of our Master Jesus. Because Jesus was raised from the dead, we've been given a brand new life and have everything to live for. This is because the resurrection changes everything." You see, the legitimacy of the Christian faith hinges on just one event, the resurrection. Paul says to the Corinthians in 1 Corinthians 15, if there's no resurrection, there's no living Christ, and face it, if there's no resurrection for Christ, everything we've told you is smoke and mirrors, and everything you've staked your life on is smoke and mirrors. Verse 20, it says, "But the truth is that Christ has been raised up, the first in a long legacy of those who are going to leave the cemeteries." You see, the resurrection of Christ changes everything. It was spectacular. People were raised from the dead. The curtain in the temple was torn. You see, if it's a myth, then we can all go home and worship the Easter bunny and eat Easter eggs. The billions of people who claim to follow Christ, many or most of whose lives have been changed by a living relationship with Jesus, must be wrong and possibly even deluded. If it's a miracle, then we need to get on the roof and tell the world, because everything is true and our whole faith, according to Paul, rises or falls on this. If Christ had not been raised, he said, then our preaching is in vain, your faith is also in vain, and these podcasts are in vain. But of course it is a miracle, and the evidence is totally overwhelming. In Luke 24, it tells the story of what happened. In verse 1, "But on the first day of the week, at early dawn, they came to the tomb, bringing the spices which they'd prepared." And here it is, "And they found the stone rolled away from the tomb." And when you think about that, the stone was absolutely enormous. It would have taken a huge number of soldiers to roll it away. But when they entered in, verse 3 says they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were perplexed about this, behold, two men suddenly stood near them in dazzling clothing. And as the women were terrified and bowed their faces to the ground, the men said, "Why do you seek the living among the dead? He's not here, but he has risen." That's incredible. "Remember how he spoke to you while he was still in Galilee," verse 7, "saying that the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men and be crucified, and the third day rise again." And they remembered his words and returned from the tomb and reported all these things to the 11 and to the rest. You see, the resurrection of Jesus Christ changes everything. God bless you.